but we will not give up. We will continue to do it so that those who are behind us will continue and do it well. Tonight, we are not going to take too much time. Now, this is how the forum is going to be. There will be a time where we have been passing out some book notes to you or papers to you and pens. We want to control the way we. So without much time, there will be a time that we will introduce to you the high table. As you see, we have the president. If I want to introduce all, the president is going to introduce all the executives later. But we have the president and his vice, and then we have Mr. Timpo, the spectrum himself. On his right, we see the Apostle Joseph Chip Afro, who's right behind this building. This is a utility hall that the church has deemed it fit to give to the community to come here. The opportunity to give to some of you to
be having events, getting to know each other. I mean, I come to church here occasionally, but I've seen a real family amongst the children that goes to church here because they see each other almost every Sunday. And so my daughter comes to church here and she knows almost every youth in the church's name. But outside this church, I don't know who else she knows in the community. But we cannot be building a community just through one church. And I know we have several churches, so one church will not cut it. But if the whole community have a community house, we can do a lot for these children. I won't speak for too long because the reason why we are here is obvious to all of us. We don't need to go through all this, but I always live with this idea that Ghanaians are very smart in terms of how they spend their money. We often say that renting a house is a waste of money. And so a lot of Ghanaians that I know have been buying houses just for the fact that it is the smartest way to at least save money here in the United States. I apply the same thing to the Ghana house. We have been renting, houses are paid monthly, right? But then we've been having events on a weekly basis. So it sounds to me that we spend more money renting places on a weekly basis than on a monthly basis. So if we can be smart enough to buy houses based on the fact that we don't want to be throwing away money by by paying rent, then it's much smarter, at least 4 times smarter, to have a community house where we don't have to be spending about $2,000 on the average every weekend to other people building their house. So without going further, I know we have people here that has some beautiful things put together for us. My reason for championing on this is based on the fact that a lot of Ghanaians, a lot of leadership, when I see them, they talk to me about Ghana House. So I am doing my part by re-energizing the base, getting the community to rethink about owning a Ghana House, and the rest will be all of us to make a decision today whether we are moving forward or we are going to sit where we've been sitting for the past 30 years. And the community center that we've been talking about has been something that my executives have been calling me day and night to make sure that if we don't do anything at all in our 3-year term, at least championing on the Ghana House should be a dream come true. So I'll plead with all of you to help me look good in front of my executives, that at least I heard what they said and I'm putting it across. I want to thank you one more time for coming. I know you are all concerned citizens of the Chicago community, and so thank you once again. God bless you. And at this point, I will hand over the microphone to our.
Anything that we are doing, or if you are doing something you don't succeed, you don't stop. You have to follow it up to ensure that you get what you want. Ghana House is very, very important and dear to all of us. Our house. If not, we wouldn't have left our house and come to sit down here for all this time. So I believe that we all love to have our own Ghana House or our own community center where we can do things that we want. Therefore, I'm asking that let's contribute, or let's all of us put in something. The investment drive that we are putting in, everybody should try and put in something for us to be able to acquire this Ghana house. I am also going in for the larger one, the 2 million or 2 million and above building, which will be able to do all what we want. We don't want a smaller building. So please, 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 all those who are doing financially well, help us acquire this. Those of us who don't have money, let's try our level to contribute or to invest into it. Hopefully by next year, today that we are sitting in this room, we should be seeing something happening for us in acquiring this Ghana house. It will help us a lot. It will raise our dignity within the immigrant community, because I'm aware the Ethiopians have their own community center all the way towards Skokie. We can also have one. It is something we can do. So don't let us relax on these things that we have discussed here. I'm so happy that people have come out with some suggestions and some questions that are laudable that can help us acquire this building. Let us go back home. Let's ponder over it. Let's try and spread and talk to other people that are not here. If you know any Ghanaian who is financially good, or he's doing well financially and he's not here, or we don't know him, please let us know him. We'll write to him or we'll approach him and explain this problem to them, so that every Ghanaian will put hands on deck for us to acquire the Ghana house. I would like to invite the whole audience to stand up and give Mr. Tampo and his team a standing ovation for the good work done. Thank you so much. If it hadn't been Mr. Timpo's report, today this meeting we're having here wouldn't happen. They did a good job, and I want to entreat all of us to use this meeting and what we have heard here as a stepping stone. Spread the message and let's get this, our dream, to happen. It has taken us 30 or more years to get a Ghana house. Previous Ghana National Council presidents have tried their best for us to get a Ghana house, and it didn't happen. But let me use my small military experience to say something. We went on an attack. The attack was foiled. We withdrew. We replanned. It didn't happen. The third one, it didn't happen. It was getting darkness. Then one of the soldiers said, if we don't attack these people and move them from there, there is no way we can sleep tonight. Then the officer said, what should we do? I said, let's mobilize, let's go again. This happened in Liberia. And we went the fourth time. It was almost like 10 p.m. towards midnight. And the enemies were sleeping.
It's been quite a long time that all of us have been dreaming about a community center where we can have our events, where we can have our youth gather, and for many reasons known to most of us.
I mean, we have the former presidents, Mr. Ruben Oha, Mr. Timpo Oha, and Papa Sidoso Abekamo. Now, we thank you so much, sir. When you draw our friends, say, no matter what it is, it's going to materialize, believe me. Because the rock can Ghana for your smart part, and one say, sometimes, in fact, God didn't get you. Now, much will be a credit with you say time, no constraints and all that. It's a Ghana house. Here starts with a thought, and every thought starts with brainstorming. They say they have a with others because they're going to be there. And if you belong to a group like the Ghana National Council, it's an umbrella group for everybody. Say, who free wherever you are. Hana, in Chicago, whether you belong to any association, Asante Maya, Pay, Fante, and all the Queen, we all have a universal vision. Whilst all these associations may be good, because in this world, you jump in the kakashe. And we all don't think alike. But we see us attending independent celebration, Ghana Fest, CFO, Independence, Ghana Fest, we are all one people. And since we all come from different backgrounds, of course, everyone is entitled to his or her opinion. Now, we are here to lay the foundation of creating a Ghana house. But before we do that, I've done this already. I would like to pay homage to Pedifoya Mote, especially the former president, Mote Tebuye. Because we are here to help sustain Ghana National Council, to help create the Ghana house. And our president is so kind. Since one person can't be a mountain, it's all about getting together for motivation, togetherness, love, and most importantly, raising money. But how do you know this kind of? Now, this is a clearing call for help from the president and the Ghana National Council in helping, seeking, and finding our own. We pay ridiculous amount of money to hire expensive places. When you hire a golf course here, so you will be there. And even at that time, we are not comfortable because we are a people who like to party deep into the night. And so I'm going to be there. There's a phone and what I say. Ghana House. This establishment will be our own. We see huge buildings. North Side, Ethiopia House, India House. They all have this Ghana House. It's time for our own. And this current administration headed by Mr. Sam is willing to make this dream come true. As we begin to multiply, and I say as we began to multiply in terms of population and generations many years ago, generations many years ago, so we keep multiplying. We need a place for our own. A Ghana house will ensure that all events are channeled through proper means. In the frequent clashes of sometimes 5 events in one night, your house every day of the week is available for everybody. Open Tuesday, depending, and you're on Saturday, you can say, forget about it. We're on Monday, we're on Tuesday, let's say you're place. At least people will patronize. Oh, yes, it's a go East Coast. Friday night, Friday is very important. Chicago, Friday night, as a Ghana house bar, the bring sense of vision in. If there are uncertainties, irrespective of the day of the week, and we need a space, Ghana house will be available. As they celebrate each day with weddings, outdoors, funeral, and many activities, all Ghana plan because the facilities are available. Tell the Alpedia, no, it's my call. Oh, and I know what. Maybe Tuesday, I'm saying, maybe I don't know. Because we are Ghanaians and we are resourceful. However, sometimes we just don't know how to work together. Ghanaians, especially those who paved the way for us in Chicago, like Mr. Kutu American, took risks in maintaining good name for our country, Ghana for the only asset. And it's time we pay tribute to leaders, past and present, in making us a strong society. Mr. President, Alaji, Reverend Nuno, Munya Mudi Kai, and the Masidu Bray for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much. We have the former presidents, Mr. Rubin Oha, Mr. Timpo Oha, and Papa Sido Swabekano. Now, we thank you so much. Say, when you draw our phrase, say, no matter what it is, it's going to materialize, believe me. Because they don't can Ghana for your smart part. And I say, sometimes, in fact, that didn't get more. Now, much will be a credit with you say, time, no constraints, and all that. It's a Ghana house.
Please, they are not going to manage it themselves. They are going to get somebody with a company that is well vested in property management to manage the property. So if you are going to rent, let's say, a hall, you are not going to go to Ghana National Council. They won't help you. you are going to go to this company that is managing the property. Ghana National Council will not have anything. Ghana National Council role is to play the leadership, to lead us into making sure that this time around we have a Ghana house. But the management aspect of it will not be controlled by the Ghana National Council. For people to fear that there will be some believing games, they will not be believing this time in buying the Ghana house property. Ghana National Council is not going to own that property. The property will be owned by the investors. So whatever money we put in will be, you are part of the owners of that property.
Anything that we are doing, or if you are doing something you don't succeed, you don't stop. You have to follow it up to ensure that you get what you want. Ghana house is very, very important and dear to all of us at heart. If not, we would have left our house and come to sit down here for all this time. So I believe that we all love to have our own Ghana house or our own community center where we can do things that we want. Therefore, I'm asking that let's contribute, or let's all of us put in something. The investment drive that we are putting in, everybody should try and put in something for us to be able to acquire this Ghana house. I am also going in for the larger one, the 2 million or 2 million above building, which will be able to do all what we want. We don't want a smaller building. So please, 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 all those who are doing financially well, help us acquire this. Those of us who don't have money, let's try our level to contribute or to invest into it. Hopefully by next year, today that we are sitting in this room, we should be seeing something happening for us in acquiring this Ghana house. It will help us a lot. It will raise our dignity within the immigrant community, because I'm aware the Ethiopians have their own community center all the way towards Skokie. We can also have one. It is something we can do. So don't let us relax on these things that we have discussed here. I'm so happy that people have come out with some suggestions and some questions that are laudable that can help us acquire this building. Let us go back home. Let's ponder over it. Let's try and spread and talk to other people that are not here. If you know any Ghanaian who is financially good or who is doing well financially and he's not here, or we don't know him, please let us know him. We will write to him or we will approach him and explain this problem to them, so that every Ghanaian will put hands on deck for us to acquire the Ghana house. I would like to invite the whole audience to stand up and give Mr. Tampo and his team a standing ovation for the good work done. Thank you so much. If it hadn't been Mr. Timpo's report, today this meeting we're having here wouldn't happen. They did a good job, and I want to entreat all of us to use this meeting and what we have heard here as a stepping stone. Spread the message and let's get this, our dream, to happen. It has taken us 30 or more years to get a Ghana house. Previous Ghana National Council presidents have tried their best for us to get a Ghana house, and it didn't happen. But let me use my small military experience to say something. We went on an attack. The attack was foiled. We withdrew. We replanned. It didn't happen. The third one, it didn't happen. It was getting darkness. Then one of the soldiers said, if we don't attack these people and move them from there, there is no way we can sleep tonight. Then the officer said, what should we do? I said, let's mobilize, let's go again. This happened in Liberia. And we went the fourth time, it was almost like 10 p.m. towards midnight. And the enemies were sleeping.
Thank the President of the House of Chiefs, Alaji Issa Samori, and all chiefs and queen mothers and elders of various organizations in the community for gracing this occasion with their presence or their support. We also thank the Council of Ghanaian Churches, led by President Reverend Dr. Kofi Nunu and Imam Alaji Baba Sisi, who is the leader of the Muslim community, along with all other spiritual leaders and pastors for their presence, prayers, and support. At this time, we'd like to thank Mr. Berko Akoto from the African Spectrum for his presentation and involvement in the Ghanaian community. On the same note, I'd like to thank Mr. Ruben from Sankofa for his dedication for the community, and Mrs. Abena Ampufo for informing us of the 62nd Ghana Independence Celebration. We express our profound gratitude to Mr. Clement Timpo, the chairman of the Ghana House Acquisition Committee, for his dedication and in-depth presentation of the Ghana House Chicago project. Mr. President, Pakwesi Sam, all the executives of the Ghana National Council have been the driving force behind this town hall meeting. At this time, I want to personally thank him for his hard work, his vision, determination, tireless and relentless effort in bringing the community together for this important meeting today. We thank Mr. Henry Narte and Mr. Steve Day for moderating this town hall meeting. You've done very well. We also thank Apostle Joseph Che Bafo and the leadership of Christian Faith Church International for their wonderful hospitality, and of course Sister Gladys Mirko for the delicious snacks. Lastly, we are extremely grateful to everyone who honored our invitation and patronized this occasion. You have generally exemplified the spirit of unity by your presence, and we ask for God's blessings upon us all. Thank you.
Thank you.